Welcome to the channel. I'm sorry, y'all. That was terrible. I would never do that again. I promise you. Anyone from Africa, I apologize, but we finally got the Black Panther Wakanda Forever official trailer. I'm very interested to see what's going to be here. Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help me out on my goal to 1,000 subscribers. Now let's get into the video. Now, this part right here, right? This is one of the main reasons why I'm excited about this movie is the change that they made for Namor. Now, in most cases, I don't like when people take characters, put them in live action, and deviate from the character so much. But what they did here is a very, very interesting situation for people who don't know. Now, we know the original Namor is from Atlantis, but what they did here is that they still kept them technically in Atlantis, but technically it's the Atlantis of the Aztec culture. I think they're called the Tenochtitlan. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section if anyone knows any history behind that, but technically they're still doing that. And I don't know if they've done that before in superhero movies or any other movies as far as I remember. So I feel like that was a smart move. A smart move because technically he's still in Atlantis, but also the design of the Aztec culture has always been very interesting to me for the longest time. One of the most impressive artistically, most impressive cultures artistically I've ever like read upon or saw pictures on, just like the Egyptians and so on and so forth. So switching the culture over to the Aztec, it gives you so much freedom with this type of design. And look at this beautiful artwork here. And even the inspiration of the design is I guess you would call it gauntlets or his costume or whatever you want to call it. I think that gives them some very interesting choices as far as making designs. And I'm excited to see how they reinvent it here.
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
Wow. So you see what I'm talking about right here? If people who play Mortal Kombat, if you don't, we know about Kotal Khan, or we can talk about Ogre from Tekken. Like this design right here, you don't get that from the original Atlantis. You will not get that. And I feel like the design of the original Atlantis is kind of overdone anyways. I mean, we have Aquaman, of course, but you're not going to get this with that one. And this looks fantastic right here. This costume design here is fantastic in my personal opinion. So visually, it looks amazing just off of that.
His people did not call him general or king. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing
wow, look at him.
will risk eternal war.
He's coming for the surface world.
We know what you whisper. They have lost their protector. Now is our time to strike.
Whoa.
Show them who we are.
Well, Black Panther's a woman. Confirmed. Confirmed. This is obviously Shuri. I think this is obviously Shuri. Unless it's Angela Bassett. I doubt that. But it's obviously this is Shuri. I think that whole scene with everybody wearing white, I didn't like read up onto it, but I feel like that's just like a ceremony to bestow the Black Panther uniform or a costume, but also to make the new king Shuri. And I think it's obvious that this is going to happen. This isn't like new to anyone. All right, so it's interesting that this trailer, it wasn't too Chadwick Boseman tribute heavy, and I think the first movie kind of overdid it in a first trailer kind of overdid it, not not in a terrible way, but in a way where it made it seem like majority of the movie is going to be that, you know. And obviously it shows that it's not going to be that. They had to do some type of nod to him. And if they're going to make a tribute movie, this movie at least has to be good. It doesn't have to be an Oscar worthy performance from everyone, but it at least has to be good, right? But like I said, what I'm looking for is to see the design of the Aztec people. Obviously, we saw a good preview of this here, but I think there's gonna be more that they show in there. I'm very interested in design and things like that. Again, like I said before, with architecture, with cultural design, things like that. I love that stuff. Number two, I want to see how Angela Bassett does. I want her to have that performance that gets her like an Oscar nomination, right? That's I just want to see her get that, you know. But other than that, as far as like Ironheart being in this movie, that's no surprise. We've heard that before. I've never been a big fan of Ironheart. Not that I hated her, but I just wasn't really that interested in her character. I read some of her comic books, but I was like, okay, this is more so for like younger girls or something like that. You know, it's not for my demo, and I think that's absolutely fine. So that's for whoever is excited about that. I'm not gonna tell people they shouldn't be excited about that part. And the idea of what's going to happen with Shuri, I think we already have an understanding of what's going to happen there, unless there is some type of, I don't know, like they're gonna swerve us. Like the fact that they showed the entire costume here in this trailer, I wonder if that's just gonna be a swerve and that's gonna be somebody else, right? But anyways, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Like with the next phase, there's only been so many movies in Marvel that I was like, I'm interested to see what it's like. I know this isn't in this phase now, but this is one of them. And then in the next phase, I was interested to see what they were going to do with Blade. We already know what that whole situation was going on with that. And I wanted to see what they were going to do with Daredevil. You know, those are the only three that I was kind of interested to, just to see what they're going to do with it. But I think I can do it out the rest of the phase. But you know, if you guys love Marvel, if you guys are into Marvel, if that's your thing, have at it, man. Have fun, love it, cherish it, do whatever you want. I'm not the type of person who would try to tear it down and make you guys feel bad for liking something that I may not be that interested in myself. But anyways, what do you guys think about the trailer? Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have an amazing day.